Listen up, I'm about to share something with you that will be the most important thing I ever share with you. Pay attention, because this will literally change your life. Every day, as many times a day, say this sentence: things are always working out for me. Say it as many times as you can. When you go to the gas station, things are always working out for me. When you go to the grocery store, things are always working out for me. When you go to work, things are always working out for me. When you're on your lunch break, things are always working out for me. Say this every day, as many times as you can a day, and watch your life change. You can't say I didn't tell you, because I'm always here educating your ass. You're welcome.
In another universe, I wonder if we would have still been in love. I wonder if I've made better decisions. I wonder if I...
Spiritual sin back in another one. I want y'all to watch this real quick.
When we go to most doctors with any problem, from acid reflux to high blood pressure to high cholesterol, or even an inability to sleep, what do we get? A pill. Not to cure us, but to make the symptoms go away. So we pop the pill, feel a little better, and then we carry on with the behavior that got us sick in the first place.
All animals and all plants communicate with vibration. The gazelle doesn't have to go up to the lion and say, "Are you my friend?" Because at the distance, the energy could be felt and the gazelle will not go there because of bad vibes. If we were, when we were young, were taught to be sensitive to the vibrations, we would not find ourselves in bad relationships and bad places. But we are usually told not to go by our feelings.
You wanna be a star, sell out concert tickets, a mansion in a Hollywood subdivision. You get the fame on the one condition: you get copied at the cloning center. They kill them with a comment in it. Overdose from a drug addiction. Same story, same headline. A stroke, a heart attack, an aneurysm.
My mind likes to try and trick me into thinking I'm failing at life. But here's how I know I'm not. For starters, I'm not in school right now and I barely work. So it's really easy to look at that and be like, oh my God, I've completely failed. Now here's where you have to change your perspective, my loves. As humans, we look at being successful as succeeding. But what if being successful doesn't really bring you any happiness or make you feel any better about yourself? You do not have to base how much you've succeeded over how successful you are, because as humans, we all have such a different life path. So for me to feel like I'm not failing at life or I'm successful, that might look like me learning new coping mechanisms to deal with what I'm going through or finding ways to make me feel more comfortable in myself. But for someone else, that might look like gaining millions of followers, making a bunch of money, or having a really good career. Everyone's life path is so different that you can't look at yourself as failing because you're not doing it the same way as someone else.
Does anyone else remember being super freaked out by crop circles when they were little? I didn't make the connection until I was much older that crop circles are composed of sacred geometry. If you don't know what sacred geometry is, it is the blueprint of all life and creation. It is the origin of all form. It's an ancient science that explains energy patterns of creation. It is said that every natural pattern of growth or movement comes back to one or more geometric shapes. This is literally proof that aliens are high vibrational beings, that they're spiritual beings just like us. Okay, let's take a look at this crop circle, and now let's compare it to this manifestation dial from Arcturians. And the one on the front of this book, compared to the dial used to contact the Arcturians. Looks eerily similar. Or this crop circle, compared to the Stargate dial. This one is used to contact other galaxies. It took me a long time to realize that this was never something to be feared. They were planting the seed and trying to help us.
What were they trying to convey, and why?
What Philip K. Dick tapped into was an ancient theology known as Gnosticism. And what the Gnostics believed was that we are living in a fake world, ruled by a fake God, who is using us for some mysterious reason. But everything around us is fake. And that was the revelation that Dick had with Valis, that we were living in a phony, fake reality, just like the Gnostics, and that we're ruled by the demiurge, or this false god. When he came out with this stuff, he actually caused a resurgence of interest in Gnosticism. In the late 90s, 2 movies actually came out which were heavily influenced both by Dick and by Gnosticism. The first one came out in 98, which is Dark City. And then a year later, another movie came out called The Matrix, which was even more mind-blowing than Dark City.
There's just a relative manifestation of consciousness appearing, and then somebody gave him a bunch of ideas. They gave him a name and a religion and a nationality, and he clustered those together into something that's supposed to be a personality. And it doesn't actually exist. And none of that stuff, if you drill down, is real.
And so you see behind the stage too there is the green room, where after the play is over and before it begins, the masks are taken off.
Dressing happens, doing hair happens, interviewing happens, and it happens without me, without the idea of a me.
You know, it's really, you know, the fact that we are already enlightened, we're already complete, and it's just realizing that you're complete. Once you realize you're complete, then this life and everything in it becomes a play.
Proof that affirmations work. Celebrity edition! I think we can all agree how hot, young, youthful, and timeless Jennifer Lopez is. In an interview she did, she says every morning she set aside 15 minutes for affirmation. And these are them. I'm youthful and timeless at every age. I am enough. I can do it on my own. I love myself. I love the universe loves me. I'm totally taking her youthful and timeless one at every age.
We are being crystallized into our truths. This delay isn't because things aren't working out. We are just so used to efforting, so used to actioning, that we are just anxious to get things going. We have all received a massive handbrake in life, where we are so used to actioning and going again, and then with lockdown coming to the truth of us, coming to the crystallization of us, understanding to create in our own truths. And now that the energies are ready for it, are ripe for this creation, this manifestation, we automatically want to go again, and Spirit saying, no, slow down. That old energy doesn't serve you. You're here to receive you now, and in these quiet spaces, you're being crystallized. You will receive your manifestation. Be patient.